I'm Charles. I was a Fulbright scholar in 2010, 2011 at NYU Law School, where I obtained an LLM in corporate law and finance. I went to law school here in Belgium first. I graduated from law school in Louvain-la-Neuve, which is a Catholic University of Louvain, where I obtained my master's degree. And upon graduation, which was in 2009, I decided to work for the corporate practice group of an international law firm here in Brussels. And but I rapidly realized that you know, to perform in an international law firm, you need to specialize in corporate law and business. So I decided to look for some US law schools, and I decided for NYU for several reasons. First, you know, the school has a good reputation, some good professors as well, and I wanted to live in a big city. And obviously New York is one of the biggest cities in the world. So this is why I went to NYU Law. Well, it's a long process. I think there are two basic things to distinguish. It's the application for those law schools and the application for scholarship, be it Fulbright or any other kind of scholarship you want. And I would say that, well, it's difficult because there's two procedures that just happen at the same time, so you have to distinguish both of them and not to be confused, because you know, some of the requirements are different, some of the statements are different as well. I think a major advice is that you have to consider what kind of person you're writing to. When I'm writing to an American, for example, I know my writing style can be more direct than if I'm writing for, you know, for a scholarship here in Belgium. So the Fulbright application process was a long process as well, and the advice would be to start on time, because I would say at least 2 months before the deadline, because so you have time, you know, to think about your personal statement, to ask somebody else to correct it, just to take time to consider what you've been writing. And yeah, it seems to be an endless process, especially for the law schools, because it's, you know, they have different requirements. So it seems that every law school requires different documents, but at the end, I mean, probably the statement you've been writing for Fulbright can be used for the law schools as well, even if they give it a different name. The content of your statement can be just adapted. So hang in there, it's work to do it. I think I knew a lot of things before going there, actually, thanks to Fulbright, and they gave us a lot of information. They gave me contact information of another person as well, and I had some friends who went to NYU as well. So actually, I think I knew a lot before going there, and I've already been in New York City, so I had spent 2 months there in summer, so I think I knew most of what I had to know.